The second part of mnemonics for morphology of flowering plants chapter. So the other way the flowers are classified are based on the appendages. They may be trimerous, tetramerous or pentamerous based on the number of floral appendages, that is 3, 4, 5 respectively. And now there are certain terms, that is we have bractate, which refers to the total plant or flower with a bract. Bract is nothing but a reduced leaf at the base of the pedicel. And then we have ebractate, that is without bracts, sessile without pedicel, and pedicellate with pedicel. Now mnemonics for the position of ovary. So here we have hypogynous. In the hypogynous flower, the gynoecium occupies the highest position while the other parts are situated below it. So the mnemonic for this is, you just need to remember one sentence, that is, he must bring Chinese. So from he we have hypogynous, must, mustard, bring, brinjal, Chinese, that is China rose. The ovary in such flowers is said to be superior. Example, mustard, China rose and brinjal. In gynoecium, if the gynoecium is situated in the center and other parts of the flower are located on the rim of the thalamus along the same, almost of the same level, then it is said to be perigynous. Here the ovary is said to be half inferior. So you have to remember a small word, that is PPR, plum, peach and rose. So here you go. And then the last type we have epigynous. In epigynous flower, the margin of the thalamus goes upwards, enclosing the ovary completely and getting fused with it. The other parts of the flower rise above the ovary. So here the ovary is said to be inferior. And the examples are guava, cucumber and ray florets of sunflower. You need to remember it as ECG of sun. So for E we have epigynous, C cucumber and S, that is sun, ray florets or sunflower. Now mnemonics for parts of a flower. So as we know that the first part or the whole is the calyx and consists of small units called sepals. So when the sepals are fused or they're united, they are known as gamosepalous, and in polysepalous is for free. And the second wall is corolla. It consists of units petals, and when they are united it is known as gamopetalous, and when they are free they are known as polypetalous. So now we have estivation. Estivation is nothing but the arrangement of sepals or petals in the floral bud with respect to the other members of the same word. Now there are 5 types of estivation, that is valvate, twisted, imbricate and maxillary. So when sepals or petals in a wall just touch one another at the margin without overlapping as in calotropis, it is said to be valvate, as you see here. So now for valvate you have the mnemonics. One of the most renowned and known person, that is, you can remember it with his name, that is C.V. Raman. So C is for calotropis and V is for valvate. Now second one, if one margin of the appendages overlap that of the next one and so on, as in China rose, lady's finger and cotton, it is said to be twisted, as we see here. And for mnemonic for this one is, it's a sentence, Chinese lady has twin children. So for Chinese it's China rose, lady is lady's finger, and twin children it's cotton for children, and twin is for twisted. And the third type of estivation is imbricate. If the margins of sepals or petals overlap one another but not in any particular direction, as in cassia and gulmohar, the estimation is said to be imbricate. Mnemonic for this is imported, car and coal. So here imported you can remember it as imbricate, car as cassia, gold as gulmohar. And then the last one is vexillary. In pea and bean flowers, there are 5 petals. The largest overlaps the other 2 lateral petals, which in turn overlap the smallest anterior petals. This type of estivation is known as vexillary or papilionaceous. So here, in this type of estivation, you can see that there are two standard sepals or petals, and then there are two wings, and this is important. It's usually asked. And then for this, mnemonic is very fabulous. You just have to remember these two words. For very, you get it as vexillary, and fabulous is Fabaceae family, or nothing but Papilionaceae family. Now coming to androecium, it is a reproductive part of the flower, and it consists of small units called stamen. Now the stamen consists of a long slender filament or the stalk and a bilobed anther, in which the pollen grains or the pollen sacs are present, in which the pollen grains are present. Now when the stamen is sterile, it is known as the staminode. Now epipetalous is when they are the stamens are attached to the petals are known as epipetalous. An example is brinjal. And when the petals are attached to the perianth, they are known as epiphyllous. An example for this is lily. Now when the androecium are free, they are said to be polyandrous, and when they are fused, they are adelphous. Now, to remember the monoadelphous, diadelphous, and polyadelphous conditions, we have one sentence, that is MCP in PC. PC is nothing but personal computer, DP is for display picture, and MC, you can just remember it as it is. So, M is for mono, that is monodelphous, C is for China rose, D is for diadelphous, and P is for P. And then P is for polyadelphous condition, and C is for citrus. Now, the last part of the flower, that is gynoecium, it is a female reproductive part of the flower, and it consists of units called carpels. Now, it has three parts, that is ovary, style, and stigma. Now, in the ovary, there is present placenta, in which there are locules, and in there are present ovules that are nothing but seeds, which after fertilization develop into seeds. Now apocarpus, it is the gynoecium are free. You can remember it as ruffle, that is rolling on the floor laughing. So here R is for rose, F is for free, and then L is for lotus. Then you have syncarpus, that is fused. You can remember it as a word stem. So stem, S is for syncarpus, T is for tomato, and M is for mustard. The last one, that is placentation. Placentation is nothing but the arrangement of ovules on the placental wall. Okay, so the first placentation is the marginal one. So as you must have seen, they're usually seen in P and B. And then we have the axial placentation. So you can remember it as the exam, that is the entrance exam, as CLAT. So C for China rose, L for lemon, A for axial, and T for tomato. And then you have marginal, the ovules are present along the margin, so you can remember it as one word, that is map. So for map, you get M for mustard, A for argemone, and then P for parietal. And then you have free central, that is they are present in the central region, so you can remember as free DP. So free for free central, D for dianthus, and P for primrose. Then the last one you have basil, you can remember as sunflower marigold. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.